Yay! It's so cool that apparently my microphone and also my desktop audio were both definitely not working until just now. That's awesome. So nobody could actually hear what the fuck I was saying. So basically what I was saying is we have a game that we're playing today. Yay, we're playing a game today. We're doing things. We're gonna put this on occasionally. Mute audio when the game window is collapsed. Off. Now let me see. Does that mean? Okay, so the audio plays even while I am alt tabbed. Good. Good. This is what we wanted. Hi, kitten. You gonna come up and say hi to everybody? Or are we gonna see a Johnny Cat? Come on. You know you want to. You know you wanna. Alright, let's say this. Frame rate limits. If VSync is on, FPS and screen frame rate synchronization. What is FSR? I actually don't know what FSR is. I've never seen that. I said anagram. That's the wrong word. Acronym. Never seen FSR before. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna worry too much about all this stuff. I might turn down shadows potentially, because shadows tend to be like one of the biggest things that eat up computer stuff. Highlight objects tab, character C, inventory I, journal J, map M, encyclopedia L, colony management, cargo management, void ship, formation, pause, quick load, quick save. Yep. Hold position, move the camera, rotate camera left or right. I'm probably going to unbind these because I usually use these in hotbars. Rotate camera north? I guess this is just like reset, right? Follow the character with the camera. Yeah, skip cutscene, mod menu, control. Yes, thank you for keeping that. Speed up enemy's turn. Oh, okay. End turn, search inventory, collect all. Previous tab, next tab, party member. I have always, ever since I played StarCraft 2, which was my first, like, RTS game, I've always used the tilde key. Eh. How did that happen? Cat hair in my fucking mouth. I've always used the tilde key to select all. Oh, is there only... Wait, there's 12 weapons, but only 10 abilities? Interesting. Well, 20 abilities. Interesting. Okay, so we'll do that. I might change something back. Game. Okay, so let's look at what game options we have. I am gonna leave the tutorials on because I've never touched this ever. Ever. I'll leave that. Show test it. Yes. Auto pause on lost focus. No. Auto pause when trap is detected. We'll leave that on. Pause on loading screen. What? Before proceeding after loading is complete. When enabled, the player must press any button. Nah, we'll just turn that off. We don't need that. Auto end turn. I think we leave that off. Because there's been times, yeah, there's definitely been times where I've finished my turn, I've used all my actions, but I still want to look around. Move character or move camera to currently act. Yes. Disable action camera in space combat. What does that mean? Disables action camera triggered by critical hits and other notable. Oh, okay. That's, yeah, we'll leave that off. Combat speed settings on demand. Adjust combat speed settings. They could be always on, off, or applied only with specific input. Hello, Taco. How are you? Skip non-attack animations. That's fine. So I have seen... Okay, so I lied very slightly when I said I had only ever seen this screen. Also, I'm pretty sure that when I said that, I was muted because OBS fucking sucks and hates me and resets my inputs every once in a while for no fucking reason. Hello, Lord Bovin. How are you? So I have watched a very small amount of gameplay from my friend who played this game a while back. But I only saw some ship combat. I have literally never seen anything that's outside of ship combat in this game. Are there actual DLCs out? Doing good? Hope you're doing well. I am doing okay. Okay, so it looks like the only thing that I don't have is the Season Pass 2. I have all available current DLC. Good. I have no mods installed. I don't even know what mods are available in this game. But as I usually do, and when I play these games, my first playthrough will be unmodded. Main story. All of the DLCs are on. Yes, continue. I will be playing on normal difficulty. As I usually do whenever I play a new game of these. I usually always play on normal difficulty. Oh shit, it's my champ. Hello, Jello! Yeah, we're playing Warhammer today. By the way, speaking of, I know almost nothing about Warhammer in general as well. So I'm going to be learning a lot about this universe while we play through this game. Like here, allow me to summarize my current understanding of Warhammer lore. So the humans are all in a cult worshipping a dead emperor. Orcs exist and are magic because they believe they are magic. The Zerg exist, except they're not the Zerg, they're the Tyranids, and they are, I believe, the actual inspiration for the Zerg. Slaanesh is a name that I know. And I think there's like a fucking... Like, there's like a fucking hyper-communist society of aliens. That are also a threat, I think. And that's about it. That's about all I know. Space Marines exist. And also apparently like living mechs or something. I don't know. There's like the souls of people go into machines and become the machine or something. Or maybe that's just like a religious belief that's not real. I don't know. Those are all close enough. Yes, that's what I'm aiming for. Okay, let's see. Percentage modifier for the base characteristics of all non-player characters, excluding the player's companions. Ah! Oh, they fixed this! Everything wants to kill you, everything. Trust no one but the Emperor. Uh-huh. Okay, so in Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, this would also apply to non-controllable companion characters. So for Wrath, for example, a Nevia in the Underground would get these bonuses or penalties as well. So it looks like they fixed that. Minimum damage dealt. So if I go to unfair, is that 0? Yeah, that's what I thought. Normal is all easier. Zero adjustments is actually daring. Yeah. But I like seeing what the developers consider to be the, because I always look at normal as this is what the developers expect you to play. This is what is expected. What was Grim Darkness? Is this like Last Aslanti? Yeah. Okay, that's Last Aslanti. That's what this is. Okay. Yeah, I always look at normal as this is the default. This is what the developers expect people to play, especially since it defaulted to normal whenever we loaded the screen. So I like seeing what the developers expect people to play as, and then we can adjust as needed for any potential subsequent playthroughs. All right, let's create a custom character. With the game, you'll probably want to bump the difficulty up if you do another playthrough. It gets very snowbally once you have a build going, so I only play on unfair now. Ah, really? That's interesting. Uh-oh. Open portraits folder. Uh-oh. Y'all know who we have to put in here. Usually do unfair plus self-imposed restrictions, but again, that's because once you get past the early game, you can definitely get some very potent combinations going. Yeah. Refresh. Terry, chosen of the Emperor. Obviously, we have to play as Terry. Obviously. All right, appearance. Oh, I can't just like left and right. I have to click. I think okay, so for can I get wait, where's facial hairstyle? All right, so we're gonna get rid of the facial hair for now. That is not here. Let's also do that. Scars are on tattoo, are they? No scars. Why do none of these people actually look normal? Why do none of the faces look normal? All right, we need like, well, I guess just one. I thought I was still scrolling through. I was not looking at the slider. It's literally just muscular, fat, anorexic. All right. These. Oh, outfits. Oh, you can scroll over this. Okay, that's actually good. I hate like the gauntness of the cheeks. Like Jesus Christ, eat something. Baby face. Like everybody is like 87 years old except for face 6, which is like the face of a 5-year-old child. What are you? I might just keep it with one just because fuck it. All right, facial hair. We just have like That. The face of the oldest young man you've ever met. Yeah, for real. I don't know if Terry actually has any tattoos, so we're probably gonna skip this. Here, let's find out. That's not what I wanted to press. Does Terry Crews have any tattoos? Hey, it rhymed. No, no tattoos. All right, so no tattoos. Augmentations. Terry Crews doesn't need no augmentations.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline. Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded. To arms!
That's pragmatic.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
The Terry Crews is oftentimes not British, so.
My supremacy is proven once again.
That's a line.
Now that's interesting.
Applaud my brilliance.
Excellence matters. I am but a vessel for the higher purpose. Let my fury rain down upon thee.
I kind of like Pious Male. I kind of like it.
The Emperor gave me a vision. We have purified the battlefield of the enemy's taint.
All right, I think we're going to go with Pious Male. I think that's fun. Okay. On Death Worlds, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself take aggressive and destructive forms inimical to human life. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. Once per combat, when the wounds of a Death Worlder character drop below 30%, they gain 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. I don't know what these words mean. In addition to starting stats of your homeworld and origin, they will also give you an additional talent pickup options later on, shown at the bottom. Gotcha. Wounds equal HP, temporary wounds equal temporary HP. Okay. Okay. 20% bonus to dodge. Okay, so they also gain a plus 20% bonus to dodge and armor while they have at least one temporary wound from any source. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Gorilla Hunter carry gain a plus feat critical hit chance against targets with a bleeding effect or with 50% or less of their maximum wounds. Gain 10% critical chance for weapons. For axes, hammers, and laser weapons. LAS. I'm assuming that's laser. Suffer minus tough bonus. Wait, what? Laser guns, yeah, okay. The carouse. Okay. This basically just means you can drink and get other people drunk longer and better. Okay. So I guess this means that you take whatever your toughness is and you... So this is DR based on toughness. To these effects, right? Every injury increases the Death World character's agility and willpower by 5. Once, whatever the character would be... Once per combat. So if you have 85 toughness, it's ADR. Gotcha. Instead, gain plus 20% to their maximum wounds and temporary wounds. Wait, once per combat, when a Death Worlder suffers a stun, blinded, or immobilized effect. The effect is... Oh, it's a once per combat, the mythic ability that I choose on everybody because it's really good. It's like break restraints or something. That's not exactly what it is. Rupture restraints, that's what it is. So it's like a slightly worse rupture restraints because it's not quite, it doesn't encompass quite as many things. But it's just baked into the character, which is like really good. Yeah. That's like actually insanely, like this seems insanely strong. Like for obviously for a martial character. So strength, constitution, agility, intelligence, and fellowship, which is basically charisma. Even stronger on high difficulty due to the lifetime of Scar's talent. I could see that. I could see that. Also, just having built in, not this one. Not this one. Having built in dodge is just like insanely strong. Wounded Beast. After falling into a trap or suffering damage that exceeds 50% of their total wounds within one round, character will receive refresh injury. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose. Blah, blah, blah. Injuries reduce a character's resolve. If the fresh injury is not healed within 3 rounds using a medkit, it'll turn into an old injury. You could also get rid of the old injury with a medikit. However, healing will require an additional Medicae skill test. On the damage you have to take to get an injury goes up at high difficulty, so you stack them up faster. Gotcha. What are traumas? Character has not received 3 or more injuries, does not heal. Traumas reduce the character's resolve and also inflicted additional negative effect, which depends on the specifics. Traumas can only be removed and fully healed in the Rogue Trader's private quarters on the Void Ship Guide. Oh, unfair, you get an injury for 30% of your HP, so they happen a lot more often. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. What do we got? What's this? Fortune. Wait. Voidborn are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel or aboard an ancient orbital satellite. Those who have lived their lives on void ships become inured to some extent due to the reality-altering process of warp travel and to living in low or zero-gravity environments. In many cases, their features are drawn and their skin pallid. They may even have minor deformities or strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that sets them apart from others. Interesting. The willpower and intelligence go up, strength goes down. Gambling homeworld, since a lot of their talents are a percent chance of good and bad effects happening. Oh. Voidborn character can reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry, characteristic, or skill chance with a 20% chance of success. This chance cannot be greater than the base success chance of the roll. Additionally, any enemy dodge or parry against a Voidborn character has a 20% chance to fail after a successful roll. That's interesting. So you get like a slight, you get slight advantage and they get slight disadvantage. Interesting. Contagious luck. Non-damaging ability on an ally grants that ability the ability blah 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 blah. So you can just give this to other people. Got it. When your character has more than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including enemies, in a 3-cell radius are increased by 10%. Well, you have less than 50%. All chances of all creatures in a 3 decreased. Okay. Scores a critical hit. There's a 10% chance to double the damage. So you're already getting a crit, and then you just double it again. Time and ability or talent uses the fellowship bonus. A Voidborn character could instead use the intelligence bonus if it is higher. Fairly easy to hit 100% crit chance if you build for it. Nice. Nice. That was one of my favorite parts of playing a rogue back in Wrath of the Lich King. I almost said Wrath of the Righteous. Is I had 100% crit chance and 100% armor penetration. It was crazy. Crit multipliers is a separate stat you can build into. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this sounds... So this is obviously more of a support or caster. Saying strengthen numbers. A hive world's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities, bejeweling with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies and vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refined fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations as well. Hive world characters gain 1+ fellowship bonus divided by 2 resolve if there are 3 or more creatures, allies, or enemies in a 3-cell radius. They suffer -2 when no creatures are around. Go off when surrounding enemies. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at. Character's initiative, dodge, chance, and reaction. If character uses a melee weapon, their dodge reduction is equal to half of their agility. Also affects the demolition skill. Camaraderie. Can pass willpower resistance test using your fellowship value instead if the character's fellowship is higher. Interesting. Outnumber. Hive world character has melee superiority against the enemy. The effect is increased by +10. If an enemy has melee superiority against the hive world, it's decreased by 10. Wait. Okay, so like I'm thinking of these numbers in terms of Pathfinder, and I'm like, just getting a +10 to, like, this seems like a +10 to strike or a -10 to strike is crazy, but that's Pathfinder numbers. That's not Warhammer numbers. So I am gonna have to get rid of. I'm gonna have to because like most of what we've seen so far is basically a +10% success rate. So it's even still, so it's basically a +2 then, and it's all opposed rolls. Gotcha. Because yeah, a lot of what we've seen so far has all been percent based. It has not been like strict numbers. All ranged weapons dealing physical damage have a +1 damage, +5% armor penetration, +1 rate of fire, and -5 to recoil. That seems incredibly good. So this is more for like a distance fighter. Melee superiority flanking gives the +10, and that stacks per number of creatures doing the flanking. Oh shit, that's crazy. Hive world character starts their turn adjacent to an ally character. That hive world character gains 2 movement points. Yeah. Okay. If a hive character ends their turn adjacent to allies, they all gain +2 movement points on their next turn. I think base is like 6. Ah, okay. That's actually a pretty hefty bonus. Right, that's like an extra 33%. However, characters gain a 50% bonus to dodge against the first attack of opportunity every round. So this one seems like it could be really, really good. The big issue is that it seems to be incredibly position based, and because I don't know how this game plays out, like basically at all, I don't think that I want to lock it as somebody that requires that kind of like positioning. Forge worlds are the domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Entire planets ceded to the demands of vast macro industries. Each is a manufacturing super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different forge worlds have become especially renowned for their philosophies or ways of war. These are often colored by the technologies they specialize in manufacturing. The bulk of a forge world's population is utilized as a labor force, whilst the fortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Has sub-specializations. You go to the next tab, you can see there are 3 options. Do they all have sub-specializations, or is it like a special thing for Forge World? Ah, okay. It looks like Forge World and Imperial World have that, but none of the others got it. Forge World characters choose one augmentation system from the following list. Subskin armor grants toughness to armor. Locomotion system grants agility. Grants agility to movement and agility % to dodge. Analytics system grants 10 plus int bonus to crit chance. Has anybody who's seen any of my fucking Pathfinder playthroughs, I love crits. Armor is percent damage reduction. Oh, okay. Applies before flat DR reduction. Dodge is an opposed roll against an attack. Yeah. This seems like... Okay, so I don't know what the actual stats look like in this. I'm just like... Oh my god, there's a lot here. This one. Wait. So this would... Wait, hold on. Wait. So this would just give you a 55% chance to crit? If you take the analytics system? So as of right now, if I went to this, like ignoring any other potential things that I could have, right? Because I don't know what all I have access to. 10 plus int bonus means every 10 gives a +1. Oh, okay. It's not... Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now. +4. Okay, so it'd be a 14%. Okay, I was like, that's fucking busted. That is absolutely busted. If that's okay, I'm glad I looked at that. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this. I just wanted to look at what the stats actually looked like. Total stat plus any modifiers for skill training. Gotcha. Okay, let's go back to Homeworld. All right. So we have that. Pinnacle of Weaponry. The first attack in combat with any plasma melta or power weapon deals additional damage equal to intelligence. Bonus. For the remainder of combat, the bonus damage is decreased to intelligence over 2. Got it. Forge World characters gain plus toughness bonus deflection against the burning effect and flame rip. Okay, deflection tempers the amount of damage deducted whenever renaming. Okay, so it's like that's just another DR. Got it. Seal the Forge. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain +1 movement point, +1 deflection, and cannot fall prone. Flat DR against fire. Yeah. Forge World characters gain a stacking plus 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. Successful critical hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance and dodge reduction by 20%. That seems good. That seems incredibly good. Forge World characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. Oh, stuff like that is so fun to play with. Just being able to just use different stats for different things. Okay, also you said Forge World. Okay, so, oh, that's just these 3. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So Imperial World should have this similar thing, maybe? No. Imperial World characters can select any characteristic except for weapon skill or ballistic and add a +10 bonus. Oh, okay, so this is just like the human. This is the human of these archetypes. Ability stat modifiers with intelligence rather than skill checks. Imperial World is racism. All right, let's read this. An imperial world is one of a million planets united by the belief in the immortal God Emperor. Hailing from hyper-technological societies to grimy feudal populations, the inhabitants of countless worlds offer fealty and devotion to the master of humanity and the imperial creed espoused by his servants. The designation imperial world encompasses a vast array of wholly dissimilar worlds that are, nevertheless, part of the Imperium. Take human stat bonuses and take the talents to exclude dirty Xenos from your party. When an Imperial world character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such an ability, the resolve is increased by fellowship bonus over 2 for 1 round. What is resolve again? This is how efficiently and for how long a character can fight in battle. It determines the amount of momentum gained at the beginning of each turn after killing. What is momentum? With momentum, your party members can use unique abilities called heroic acts and desperate measures. In battle, the level of momentum changes depending on the actions of characters. If the momentum gauge reaches 175 or more, any party member can use a heroic act. If it drops below 25, you can make a desperate measure, which has a number of negative effects. All right, well, let's look at heroic acts and desperate measures. Okay, so each person can only use one of these per combat. Mostly it's a counter for how much super bar you gain when you do things. Gotcha. And it doesn't tell you what they can be. Okay. Fair enough. Better to die for the Emperor. While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters get a +10 bonus to all characteristics and +2 to resolve. Okay, so I feel like... So does this basically mean that you're at over 60% health? No. Okay. Well, under 40% wounds means under 40% HP. Yeah. Okay, so these guys like playing it dangerously. These guys are like Arn from Final Fantasy X. They do more damage the less health they have. No, not necessarily damage, maybe, but they're better in combat the lower health they have. No other characters in the current party has the same archetype as this character. The first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs 1 AP less. Interesting. 10% crit, 10% armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. Gain half the bonuses. Their allies gain half the bonuses. Archetype equals class, so doing my part is better if everyone has different classes. Which, I mean, most of the time they do, right? Imperial lore world characters, lore Xenos and lore warp are always 0. That's funny. That's funny as fuck, actually. That is really funny. All allies, excluding Xenos and the current party, gain +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for humanities. It's actually a -200 modifier, so they can be severely negative. That's really funny. That's really funny. Okay, so what happens if we go here? Oh, this is to choose. Okay. And Fortress World. Fortress Worlds are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. They constantly train for the day that they may be called upon to defend the Imperium, a charge they solemnly uphold. Fortress Worlds are established as bulwarks against the enemy. Every citizen is a soldier, trained to fight from the moment they can hold a weapon. Never stop shooting. Hell yeah. Each time a Fortress World character kills an enemy, they get a +10 stacks of never stop shooting. At the start of their turn, there's a stacks of never stop shooting % chance The first attack this round will cause 0 AP and will not count toward the attack limit per turn. This effect triggers, all the stacks are lost. Set chance to get a free attack each turn based on how many stacks you... Yeah. Alright, Combat Addict. Fortress World characters gain +7 to ballistic skill, perception, and willpower while in combat. Yet while out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, and perception and willpower are decreased by 7. They get so bored. These motherfuckers just have ADHD. And their hyperfixation is fucking combat. Like, these are autistic ADHD motherfuckers that just can't focus on anything unless they're fighting people. They're me, except instead of video games, their hyperfixation is just killing people. What the fuck? He's just like me, for real. Each round, Fortress World characters gain a stacking +1% bonus to dodge against ranged attacks for each shot they made during this round. Also, the ranged burst attack grants an additional 10 stacks of Never Stop Shooting. Oh, shit. Ugh. Familiar kickback. At the end of their turn, Fortress World characters gain stacks of Never Stop Shooting equal to half the minimum damage of the most damaging ranged weapon they use this round. Okay. So, like, you always, as long as you shoot at all, you have an amount of stacks, right? Kills an enemy. Yeah, so you get 10 stacks if you kill an enemy. A 100 to 100 damage range, which is funny with that. That's crazy, actually. First reload in combat causes 0 AP. Reloading a weapon grants an additional 10 stacks. Okay. Never stop believing. Good. Never stop shooting, never stop bleeding. When all stacks of Never Stop Shooting should be lost, they become willpower? Okay. I was like, is this weapon proficiency? Willpower? What does this mean? Willpower over 3 stacks instead. Additionally, a Fortress World character may upgrade their willpower characteristic even if their current archetype does not allow it. I like it. You get reloading down to 0 cost, so you can reload after every shot and trigger spare magazine a lot. That's crazy. I kind of want to be a melee, though. Which I feel like Death World is just better for melee. You know what? Fuck it. No, I'm gonna be a ranged character. I am gonna be a Fortress Worlder. Yeah. I'm gonna be a Fortress Worlder. The Astra Militarum, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force of the Imperium and the first line of defense for the myriad threats that endanger the existence of humanity in the 41st millennium. You have served as one of the commanders of an Astra Militarum regiment, commanding thousands and winning battles in the name of the God Emperor. Mental tactics. When used for 1 round, the Astra Militarum commander and their allies do not suffer damage from allied attacks and deal 20 plus 2 times fellowship bonus % more damage to enemies that were attacked by them since ability activation. If multiple Astra Militarum commanders are in combat, the effects do not stack. Can only be used once per combat. Last patch overhauled a lot of the less popular origins, basically all of them but Crime Lord, Psyker, and Arbitrator. Okay. Ballistic skill, fellowship, athletic score. Okay, so let me. So I'm not really a fellowship guy already because like I already have a penalty to it. So I kind of don't want to take anything that boosts fellowship because that's just. Weapon skill and perception. That's close combat, and I don't want to be. I would not mind a ballistic skill and perception bonus, though. Okay, so we don't really have anything like that. That's a little unfortunate. Commissars of the Officio Prefectus are ruthless officers charged with maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of their Astra Militarum regiment. He used to be one of these faithful servants of the God Emperor, a living symbol of Imperium authority, regarded with a mix of fear and awe by their subordinates. Commissar was just revamped into a pistol build. Crime Lord is use a stack of your special to improve the next action. Priest is willpower based and benefits to righteous fire. Interesting. The Imperium survives and prospers in no small part due to the narrowness of its vision, but a rebellious mind and will such as yours could not be so easily constrained. The dark paths of smugglers and renegades that wind behind the facade of the Imperium society offer a dangerous refuge for those unwilling to bow to the law. You used to be one of these dangerous yet resourceful individuals. It's plus int bonus stacks of the Surefire plan effect. Activation of this ability consumes one stack and makes the next action stronger depending on the type of action. Attacks to deal more damage. Moves to gain dodge and parry. Uses a non-damaging ability on an enemy. They do less damage next round. Okay. All right. The Ecclesiarchy, known formerly as the Adeptus Ministerium, is a vast institution that oversees the galaxy-spanning religion of the Imperium. The Ecclesiarchy's complex hierarchies of cardinals, missionaries, preachers, and zealous laity? Laity? Laity?
Laity.
Laity. Yeah, like a layman. Yeah, I just never seen that term before. Laity. Okay. Ensure the prescribed prayers and invocations are made, all the while instructing the masses to guard against heresy and deviancy. Used to be one of those fiery, charismatic individuals concerned with keeping a close watch on your congregation. Grants +2 times number of zeal stacks momentum, then the Minister Priest gains plus willpower bonus stacks of zeal. Does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Unshakable faith. In combat, the Ministerial Priest gains 2 times strength plus toughness plus agility plus perception bonus willpower. Damn. That's like actually a crazy amount of willpower. At the start of combat, they gain willpower bonus stacks of zeal. They gain +1 stack of zeal for each enemy they attack with a bolter, a flamer, or a chain, melta, or power weapon for the first time in combat. They gain +2 stacks of zeal for each daemon or Xenos killed in combat by any source. Interesting. Okay, Navy officer. Toughness perception. This might be who I pick. Imperial Navy is responsible for the fleets of voyage ships that assert the dominance of the Imperium amidst the stars and fulfill other duties connected to the void and warp travel. Used to be a Navy officer and a commander of a void ship, hardened in numerous battles and famous for resounding victories. Navy's officer grants braced effect to what the fuck? Okay. +2 deflection for each archetype chosen by the Navy officer. Also, the character gains immunity to forced movement effects and cannot be over penetrated, huh? Each ally in a 5-cell radius. The effect lasts for 1 round. The Navy officer gains +1 charge of this ability at the start of combat when their wounds drop below 50% for the first time in combat, and each time an ally falls unconscious for the first time in combat. So it's very, very limited. You serve me. The high nobility of the Imperium are an enormously privileged and powerful elite, a breed apart from the common masses they rule. You grew into adulthood upon a pedestal of affluence and grandeur that towered high above the common masses. You expected their obedience and lived upon the fruits of their toil, surrendered to your family in solemn fealty. Also just buffed. It used to be once per combat, so now it's up to 3 times per combat. Yeah. Well, wait, it's even more than that, right? Because it's per character, right? Yeah, so it's pointing at party members that say, "You there, slave, do my bidding." Fair enough. Yeah, so it's actually more than 3 times per combat, unless I'm misreading this, because it said each time an ally falls unconscious for the first time in combat. So like if you have allies, I don't know how big your party is in this. I'm assuming a 6-person party because that's how it's been in Kingmaker and Wrath. That's an extra 5 times, so that's actually 7 potential times that you could use this per combat, right? They did just say that. That was a few days ago? Oh shit, okay. Party is 6, but it may count pets. Oh, I didn't actually even think about pets. I didn't even... Okay, what does this do? Noble assigns 1 ally who will become their servant until the end of combat. Anytime the noble's abilities affect the servant gains +5 to all characteristics till start of the noble's next turn. Only on the Overseer advanced class? Gotcha. Noble's abilities affect... I already read that. Anytime the servant attacks a target that the noble dealt damage to last turn, servant gains +10 plus the noble's fellowship bonus plus critical hit. Oh, this is a fellowship. Yeah, that makes sense. That this would be a fellowship based thing. Also, I have a cat claw in my pants. Let's do that because I don't want to be stabbed. All right. Psykers are feared and distrusted, but are nonetheless valuable assets to the Imperium. The role of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica is to recruit, identify, and classify those found to possess psychic abilities. The most powerful, who somehow survive the rigorous sanctioning rituals, are selected to serve on the battlefield. The mind of a sanctioned Psyker is steeled against the manifold dangers risked by wielders of warp powers. You were one of those found worthy to serve humanity and have miraculously survived the perils of the warp. Note: damaging Psyker powers count as weapon attacks, counting towards the normal attack limit per turn, and gaining all the benefits of abilities and talents, increasing the damage of attacks. For example, a soldier using the run and gun ability will be able to use damaging Psyker powers twice per turn, and an operative's analyze enemies' abilities affects the damage of damaging Psyker power. Okay. Psychic phenomena. Okay. Psychic phenomena are no more disconcerting than dangerous, intruding into the thoughts of people. Psychic phenomena reduce the momentum of the party, distracting them from combat, lowering their morale, or just causing bad luck. Psykers can be sanctioned or unsanctioned. Chances that sanctioned Psykers will cause psychic phenomena are halved, while unsanctioned Psykers instead have increased chances and +1 to their Psi rating. What the fuck is a Psi rating? Each level of Psi rating gives the Psyker access to new psychic powers, but also intensifies damage. Okay. You may explode or may summon a demon to add enemies to a fight. Yeah. His ability is a Psyker, albeit a quite weak one. Yeah. I'm not even looking down here. I'm literally just looking at like the base parts of the thing. Are the implacable and unbribable keepers of the Lex Imperialis, the sole and sacred law of the Imperium. They exact a merciless and terrifying punishment upon any who dare violate the sacred tithe, the tribute every Imperium world must pay in the name of its continued existence. So it gets like no bonuses at first, and it just gets these whenever you get origin advancement, which I don't even know what that means, by the way, yet. Arbitrator is from the last DLC. They also have subspecialists split between shotgun specialists, skill specialists are shouting at people. Nice. I was kind of looking at this one. Gives us a good bonus to perception. Available after Origin Advancement means those talents are added to the list of things you could pick up. Oh, so Order Advancement is like level up. I do like that this is like supposed to be like an actual in-world thing. Dodge reduction, so it's useful even for melee characters to hit high agility targets. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with a Navy officer. I think that's fine. All right. Lured a pirate squadron into the gravitational tear of a star, thereby destroying the whole fleet through your cunning alone. Damn. Your ship became the first to take a now reclaimed warp route to a cluster of humanity's lost worlds. Nice. Under your command, a void ship braved a terrible warp storm without a single casualty. I think we're just gonna like focus entirely on awareness at this point. You have journeyed through dark and forsaken systems, and the things you have seen have left a mark on your soul that will never heal. Once in the past, when the temptation of easy gains got the better of you, you resorted to piracy and were caught red-handed. Your ship was boarded by pirates, and you barely survived, enduring many horrors during your time in captivity. Show up some dialogues to make you pass, auto-pass, or fail a check. Oh, interesting. I kind of like this one. This one's fun. This one's fun. Wait, fellowship? Wait. How? $16 to $35? Wait, 55? Jesus Christ. Officer is the support buff class? Oh, maybe I don't want to be an officer. Who are you? Fellowship, I don't care about. Fellowship, I don't care about. Perception, weapon skill. After every couple of fights. Oh, okay. Maybe I just take Arbitrator. Like, honestly, this seems kind of like what I would want. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to take Arbitrator. Okay. For every target, there's a bullet. Your former squad was responsible for eradicating heretics who had defied the Lex Imperialis. You learn to utilize different ammo types to best suit a given situation or take down a specific enemy. But choosing your arsenal wisely... Warrior is... Wait, what? Oh, archetypes. I was like, what are you talking about? I was so confused. Okay. Switch justice effect until the start of the arbitrator. Wait. Enemies attacked by the arbitrator or their familiar suffer the swift justice effect until the start of their next turn. Arbitrator shotgun attacks deal 40 plus coercion over 5 more damage. Okay. Oh, but coercion is a fellowship thing, which I don't want to deal with. Right. Why is everything so focused on fucking Fellowship? That's actually kind of crazy. Whatever. I guess a single -5 is not the end of the world, but it's kind of crazy how few origins avoid like some sort of reliance on Fellowship. Like it seems like every single one of them except for like Psyker maybe has some form of reliance on Fellowship. Like Noble, obviously, Navy officer. Actually doesn't seem to. Funnily enough. Oh yeah, and then here it says this. Wait. Oh, that's this. That's this archetype. Oh fuck, I'm stupid. That's like the whole reason I went back. Okay, so yeah, okay. Because this is also officer. That's what confused me. Combatants boasting exceptional melee prowess, capable of dealing high damage in close quarters. Obviously, I'm not going to be a blade dancer. I feel like it's either operative or soldier. Okay, an operative uses intelligence and perception to find and exploit weakness. The target with an exploit stack that the attack deals 5 plus perception times perception bonus % more damage. Damage is also increased by 10% for each exploit on the target. The attack removes all exploits. Okay. Warrior can build tank or dodge, but it's entirely melee focused. Soldier is the way to go if you're doing gun build. Doesn't get bonus attack, so it seems best for a sniper build. That's kind of what I was looking at. Is like maybe we just make him like he's the my main character's like the Mary of this fucking run. He attacks once per round, but he does a shit ton of damage. It looks like. One plus int bonus over 2 exploits. What is retransmission? Can be used through the familiar. Oh, okay. Target's armor to 0. The operative removes only half the exploits from the armor from the target. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of want to go operative. I think I kind of want to build a sniper. Show what they can go to. Yeah, I noticed that. So like I was thinking going here and then into assassin and then exemplar. Intelligence bonus. Characters deal 5% more damage with non-burst ranged area attacks. Awareness skill reduces enemy dodge chance. Yeah. So we definitely want to get our perception up. Ballistic skill is just ranged weapon. few sniper rifles you can get, which give you free attacks with a crit kill, so you can build into being a death dealer. Hell yeah. So do we get anything that boosts off of willpower? I have intelligence boosted. I have perception boosted. Oh, I can't do anything with willpower. Oh, I'm also out of points. I think this is fine, right? Can we, like, drop points? No. Shouldn't really care about willpower. Well, I didn't actually put anything into willpower, so. I got perception, intelligence, and ballistics is what I did. It does a lot of things. Surprisingly enough, intelligence boosts a lot of skills. Crazy how that works. Alright, I'm kind of okay with this. Operative scales on intelligence and perception. Assassin scales on perception and agi. Does it really? Okay. Well, here, let me... Can I actually look at these? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so... About Bounty Hunter. Perception, ballistic skill, agility again. Executioner, maybe? Sniper companion later on that's an operative and does extremely well as an assassin because of that. Gotcha. Weapon skill, strength, toughness, intelligence. Oh, is that specifically the dot class? Oh, gross. Get out of here. Pyromancer, Psyker is strongest as an executioner. Gotcha. Fellowship, intelligence, perception. Fellowship, of course. Willpower, intelligence, perception. Jesus. There's like none that work off of... Like, I guess we can just go assassin. Fuck it, right? Overseers, the pet class, you pick your pet on and go... Yeah. Puts out zones on the ground to give buffs and debuffs. Master Tactician hands out buffs. I'll probably just take... I'll probably just go into Assassin. Alright. The Sword Class Frigate is a classic void ship design, proven in thousands of battles, combining decent firepower, high speed, and respectable survivability. Estimated dimension stuff, estimated tonnage stuff, estimated number of souls stuff. The Von Valancius flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to the Von Valancius dynasty. Every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested in innumerable engagements. Its weapons and turrets deliver hard-hitting volleys with pinpoint accuracy. Its plasma drives are rugged yet reliable in extreme conditions. The flagship's size and maneuverability, that's a weird way to spell that, are perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders, and for hunting the countless pirates, Zetos, and heretics in the Coronos expanse? Numerous Von Valancius rogue traders have acknowledged the exceptional performance of this vessel, and, with a few minor updates, the flagship has continued to faithfully serve the Von Valancius dynasty. Alright, what is this? The Firestorm class frigate is a modification of the Sword class designed to deliver fire strikes against larger enemy ships, not shying away from engagements with a superior opponent. Dimensions is stuff, tonnage is stuff, souls is stuff. The Vlad Valencia's flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to... Wait. Oh, is this literally the exact... Okay, so down here is the exact same. So what's the difference between these two? Just the appearance of the starting... But I want to know what the starting equipment is. Like, that would help. That would help. I mean, I don't have a frame of reference, so I don't know what they would compare to one another. But it would help if I knew what the fuck I was doing. Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah. That's the second time I've seen Seeker's Haven in a random name generator. Also, the only ship that's good at torpedoes was a pre-order bonus. That's gross. That's disgusting. I hate that shit. Obviously, our name is Terry. Obviously. Yeah, I absolutely despise pre-order bonuses. Just like, period, in general, I despise pre-order bonuses. Yeah. I'm looking at all of these, and I'm just like, I'm still in, like, Pathfinder numbers land, and it's like, man, an intelligence of 40, huh? That's kind of insane. We're done! We're done! An hour and a half into the stream, give or take, and we finally finished character creation. Let's go. Just take the tens digit off and consider your bonus. Yeah. Alright. What are we doing here? Oh my god. Where no one can hear you scream. That's alien.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
I love our first tutorial is like, hey, did you know you can make choices in dialogue? Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know? Hey, did you know that when you say things it changes stuff? Did you know? Frankly, such excess can be tiring at times. I like that.
I believe there are those among us who share that sentiment. But such is our duty, is it not? To overcome base weaknesses and desires, so as to excel in our service to the God Emperor, the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtfear, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Hey, did you know? Yeah. Commodore Terry Van Meinard, Lord Captain of Drusus's Blessing.
My regards, Lord Captain. Though perhaps I should refrain from addressing you thus well. Aboard this vessel. With all due respect, Commodore.
Shut up, Navi. I can see the spider for real.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
So she's dead. So she fucking dies, and probably quite early. You have a creator's title. That's a dumb question. Anybody that thinks for 2 seconds can figure out what a fucking Master of Whisperers does.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that a lady...
What, Space Mommy? No.
...warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
I'm one of the Rogue Trader's heirs, so there's another.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
And then he dies as well.
But of course...
Or he becomes the Tartuccio of this game.
With Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Continue.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
I'm assuming Edelthrad is the other guy. Oh, that's fast. Oh, that's so much faster than I'm used to. Holy shit. Okay, actually, that's fine. I mean, these are the same, right? These are basically the same as in, like, Wrath. Are you? Oh, okay. I thought he was under the table. Alright, so what's this? Sacred mechanism has been interfered with, and without due reverence, the duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. Incomprehensible information is displayed on a large screen above the cogitate. Okay. Just a bit slower on controller. Okay. Letting people interfering in the operation of the sacred mechanisms disturbs the machine spirits. In the name of the Omnissiah, refrain from any further profane acts. I want to see, is there a way to make it so that hitting tab is a toggle and not something that I have to hold? Goals, maybe? Probably not. Yeah. Graphics? It would be in graphics, right? No. No. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if that was a toy box thing, because I was able to just set it. I had it on toggle in Wrath in the Loader Rotor playthrough. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world. That's a conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value aboard a void ship. That seems fair. Technomat worker, dark enforcer, deck enforcer. God, the turn speed is crazy. I'm actually gonna turn that down if I can. That seems far more controllable. Noble guest. All right, let's take a look at this. A Catalan altar with a copy of the volume of the Lexus Imperialis. In other words, all right.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around
Tank.
after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Tank. I want a tank. I want to ride into battle in a tank at all times. My preferred weapon choice is tank turret.
The servitors have gone berserk!
Well, that's unfortunate. Try to be closer so I can hit them with my sword. You've been ambushed. The battle begins. To survive the grim darkness of the far future, you'll have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiar. Yeah. I actually think that this might be Really? You did 0 damage, you fucking clown? Oh, he's also an operator. Okay. Abilities in the game use turn-based to take place on a grid, and their turn, a character can move, attack, and use their abilities. I like to sell with it. Okay. Movement points, yep. We're ready to end your turn, press space. No. Do I have like a percent? It says 50%. Yeah. Oh, I can't move anymore? Oh, interesting. Okay, so wait. Action points 2. Movement points 0. Oh, okay. Spends all movement points. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I did not know that. Good job. Fucking hell. You guys suck. What is joint analysis? Some special attacks don't burn your movement. Yeah. I think I do still want to just shoot this man, right? I mean, I guess I could... I did not mean to do that. Oh, no, I do still... Okay, I do still want to do that. Yeah. Unless I miss... Decent weapon, place them in an advantage point. Abilities and talents to improve your weapon. Or talents that increase perception of bullets. Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that. Still 5 stacks of that. Here's this cargo management. Oh my god, he actually did damage. So this guy literally can't do shit. He's just really shit at his job, huh? Alright, 85%. I can't believe he's still alive. Cargo's your trader currency. There's no money in this game. You throw loot. Thank God he attacked him and not me. Goddamn.
For the glory of the Imperium!
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
You should probably also have not staged a coup like this with a grand total of 2 people. Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Pistols and shotguns are an exception to this rule. Those can be fired at point blank range. Gotcha. Okay, so if I had like a rifle, then this would have been okay. Understood. Man, y'all would have been helpful 30 seconds ago.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay. Loot. Loot. I want to loot. Loot. No! Absolute trash. Wires of the servant's head are still smoldering. It would seem the cause of this malfunction was the short-circuiting of the motive force. Tarantula sentry gun, constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus, using a standard template construct of the magic. Lehman Russ battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach. A black shard resembling obsidian. If you look closely, you can discern a strange, barely perceptible glow on the artifact. A violet alloy, which, upon closer examination, turns out to be a handcrafted object. Symbols carved with the...
The divine watches over us!
A massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles. The stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hue as if someone has captured a piece of turbulent... A strange object that resembles sea core... What the fuck just happened? Hello? Okay. One of my monitors just went entirely black, except for the fucking taskbar at the bottom of the monitor. That was fucking weird. Alright, let's try this again. A strange object that resembles sea coral. The porous surface is pitted, a sign that it has been underwater. A gray green crystal with white veins. A low hum can be heard coming from the artifact. This exhibit is unfinished. Another symbol of the House of Issues of Valor. And then... I'm actually surprised that this doesn't have something. Okay, anyway. Let's see what's over here. The Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck. It is lit by countless candles and lumens. Oh my god, I was actually able to read this before it faded. Hell yeah. The lifts carrying people around the decks move with a loud grinding noise. Grinding is usually not a good thing to hear in machinery. I'm just going to throw that out there. You usually don't want to hear grinding in your machinery. Oh. Oh, is this where I'm supposed to be? Hello.
Is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching figures, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. He's defective! Destroy him! In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valencius's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible, until she dies here shortly. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who has studied the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Yes.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Alright. The spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, that the population of Aeon 6 engages in Xeno worship. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Aeon 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so. It will give us the answer. It must be purged for the good of the Imperium.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Maybe not.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
I like this one. I like this answer. Gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do. Pass a skill test. Yeah.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Fucking brown noser, dude.
So, why are you here?
There are questions that I wish to have answered. Wait. Was it not you who sent for me?
You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lick-spittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed.
Okay.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel.
Oh, is that the big ass scroll that I mentioned earlier?
Enter into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries.
There's people, there's humans, and it's not exactly undiscovered.
I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And
Holy relic that grants the dynasty the divine privilege to basically do whatever you want, yeah.
blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Ready to take on this.
Oh, yes. You would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently
I mean, I killed 2 of your servitors.
I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
So this is obvious, like, she literally just said that, yes. May I ask questions?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Yeah, this is probably important for her to know.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start
Yes.
idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Alright. What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Ethelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aid.
Where we headed?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources.
Interesting.
Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Yeah, that'll happen as soon as you die in a horrific accident here in about, like, 20 minutes.
I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Why would I ask this? Like, legitimately, why would somebody in my position ask this? This seems like a crazy thing to say. What do you mean? What's a navigator? What do you mean by translation? Like, me as a player may not know, like, because, I mean, like, there are ways that could be different than what I would expect it to be, right? Like, the navigator is like an AI in the computer. Like, I think there's no actual AI in Warhammer. I think I remember that being a thing as well. But, like, it could just be like a computer program or something that deals with navigation, right? And then it needs to be translated into, you know, intelligible speech. It is abominable intelligence. It is to be exterminated as dangerous to humanity. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks.
Oh no!
If the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
What the fuck? Okay, so it is a full-on uprising.
Our foes shall be crushed beneath our unyielding might.
All of you will bleed!
Initiative. All comments at... Yeah, I know what initiative is.
Look out.
Oh, Jesus!
Break their morale. To the heretics.
Yo, let's go. Also, that was kind of gross. The, You tried to kill me, you fucker. Cover that a character can hide behind are marked with a shield or a shield with a skull. When standing close up, the character will automatically take up an advantageous position. In this case, the chance that enemy attacks will hit the cover and not the character behind them increases. The character will not receive a bonus if attackers. Okay. Makes sense. Let's go.
Chaos guides me. Out of my way.
You guys kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie.
Ears are ringing. I serve the ruinous powers.
Straight percent chance to not be hit, which is a separate roll from other chance. So it's like displacement or blur or whatever.
To dust. Follow my lead. Death to non-believers.
Different positive effect from an ally, such as wait, what did I get? Oh shit, I didn't see this guy over here.
Actions will speak louder than words.
Gotta hurt.
One fewer target.
What a chainsaw sound. Hey, can I loot these people?
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive.
Damn.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Oh, nice. What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Okay. Little speaker looking icon on the bottom right, it pulls out the log so you can see your actual rolls and chances. Wait. Speaker, this? Aha! I was wondering about that. I was wondering why I hadn't seen an actual log. Okay. Alright, where the hell am I supposed to go? This way, maybe? Heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised single shotgun lies smoking in his hand. But I want a shotgun! Shotguns are good.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort?
Hello, Philemon.
Together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
I always use the portrait. Terry is always my character in these games.
What is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my Arch-Militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
This is like just the internet. Basically, yeah.
I have not yet received from the engineering.
You're about to explore is way too dark. It's fine.
But communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish.
Gary will be the light in the
That
darkness.
the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Yeah, this seems like a crazy place to do this.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable.
Okay.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself.
He's a psyker? Oh my god.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
Oh, you're just not going to say my name? It's almost like that's not part of the script.
Captain.
It can be customized.
Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance. And if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
We're going to go with him. We're going to get betrayed.
Then it's settled.
They don't know how to
Find
stop him
Edelthrad and
exactly.
Bring him here, in whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey.
Then move out! More...
Alright, my prediction. This motherfucker is going to betray me. Edelthrad's a badman as well. And they're going to be like basically a boss fight.
Ahead to 18. It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady The...
Oh man, imagine my shock. Shelby's over there bullying her brother again.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power, the sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't... I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter.
Okay, I'm glad that I picked the option that I meant to pick, but I did not mean... I don't even know how that happened. My mouse wasn't even on those selections.
Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
I refuse. The blade flashes in the dim light, and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate, go to the gate, go to the gate. I'm not your puppet. Knock your desperate outcry, you feel this intruding influence forcing you onto your feet and making you take the step forward to the gates in dialogue. What are the available dialogues options? It requires making a skill test. I understand. Tech, you succeeded. I gained 5 experience. Oh my god. Carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect like Archaeotech? Ah. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward, closer to you. The lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The void screen to the right of you lights up, showing signs of mysterious symbols on the green background. Insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voice that filled your head after Voiker wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depth of your mind. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what's happening with my top monitor. It's being really fucking weird today. Look for anything can be used as a weapon. Examine the sentinel. It's skin covered in stitches.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
All right.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Cyber gargoyle, take a bite. Yeah. Yes.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
That's awesome. The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look something. Impregnable. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the word of trade and bestow upon them their dynasty the great mission, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns and something else.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need a weapon.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
Incoming connection.
Master, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper deck at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
So bets on whether she's going to be dead before I get there?
Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay, as the game story unfolds, you'll see notifications on the top of the screen indicating this is just, hey, you have a journal. Got it. Speaking of, let's take a look at our journal, because we have not actually looked at this. Oh my god, look at all these. Well. Can you actually do this? It's like, I don't think I did anything wrong, but I already failed a quest.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
That failed when Kunrad knocked you out, right? But like, I'm basically asking, is there something that I could have done differently that would have prevented me from?
Run, fools, or fall.
Yo, my goat. Just straight up cut in half. Hell yeah. What do we get at? I'm gonna be a sniper.
Master, whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Parted ways on the officer's deck. You stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
Like you're serving the unholy gods of the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfare, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
Openly admitted it.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. You're in a bad way.
Yes, I got my sniper rifle. Hell yeah.
And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense.
Armored body glove. While fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. Yeah. Okay. I have items in my inventory. I know how to. Yep. Dodge penalty. Will dodge 35% of average enemy attacks in this chapter. Incoming damage of average enemy attacks in this chapter by about 10%. And sure, why not?
This is beyond me.
Right. Light armor, armor body glove has no dodge penalty. Medium and heavy armor penalize you dodge. Ah, okay. Understood. Never learned to read. Okay, so I can't get rid of... Oh, it's an old injury now. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, but Abelard's not in the party yet. We can't do anything, right? Oh, he is in the party.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
Ah, okay.
You are injured. I must dress your wounds before we go any further.
Okay, so that's what it is.
A noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower deck.
It didn't seem to be because it didn't auto-select all of them.
But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
His default tank, warrior class, naval officer origins, starts with heavy armor proficiency even though he doesn't meet the prereq. Nice. Warren Sentinel probably did.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Because I'm fucking better. That's why. Because I am fucking better. There we go. What exactly is going wrong with the translation?
I am no helmsman. Oh, God Emperor preserve me, navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be.
You don't say. I love that.
Down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak.
Oh shit. That's funny. I don't know anything about all this stuff, but when the entire ship is shaking and falling apart as we speak, something tells me that that's not the best of situations to be in.
If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But
For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way, Seneschal.
Come.
Loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that
Talking about Jod? Maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've actually heard his voice.
might. Destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove...
Onward! Okay. The game forgot to game there for a second. Tactical phase, during which characters cannot attack or take other actions, but may take up advantageous positions. Select a character. Okay. So terror. So you are gonna go right here. I am going to There's like really not a good spot for me, huh? I'm gonna come over here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him right there. I'm gonna leave him right there.
Chaos guides me.
2 whole damage, huh?
To the weak.
Fire burst attack or area attacks to avoid friendly fire. Keep an eye on the trajectory of the shot. Okay. As a warrior, Abelard specializes in melee combat and drawing. Okay, yep. Yep, that's fine. Do we have like a cleave? We do have a cleave. Yeah, I see it over here. It just sucks because Terry fucking rolled literally the worst that it could have possibly been. So what did this charge? No, we don't charge. Do we just have strike and cleave? Well, I think it's time to cleave. And I think we cleave all of these men. All right, right, right. Actually, I think we cleave these two.
Someone else can do this.
Characters just landed a critical hit. Yeah, I know. I know what a crit does. I think so. So what is this? What does brace do? Let's do deflection for each archetype. I mean, why not, right? There's no reason not to. It's different people who looked at. Okay, good. Charge on the right side, but you need to be 2 tiles away to use it. Yeah. So I can't actually use it. Yeah, I can't use it on any of these. Wait, what? Okay, sure, why not? Oh, I didn't even see these assholes. I could have charged one of them.
Chaos guides me. Brace yourself, Abelard.
Good job, genius. You can charge to empty space. I just learned this. Yes. Oh my god, he fucking shot his own people. You fucking clown.
This be the warning to all who oppose us.
Wait, why can't I do that? Oh, it costs 3 AP. Never mind. Yeah, now these two are lined up for a cleave. Oh, we got a parry. You bitch.
Out of my way.
Oh, he lifted it. These guys are really good at shooting one another, aren't they?
The Emperor commands.
Excuse me? No, it's fine. Everything's fine. I don't mind at all. It's everything. Alright, you can advance the level of your character can pay. Oh my god, already? Jesus.
My faith is my shield.
How does one level up? Like that? Okay. So this is just... Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes all you get is just like you get a boost to one skill, right? I actually have not looked at this character yet. All right. Next level, you get a specific ability. Level 4, you'll get a heroic act, special movement, intelligence. Yeah. Wait, you don't like that the screen is not full screen? Wait, what? What does that mean? Oh, he's got actually a pretty good crows. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I don't think it's really that big a deal. There you go. Yeah, that's relatively simple. I can loot? Oh my god, we can loot. Wait, what did it just say? Draw strength from your unwavering faith and fight courage. Okay, yeah. It's just bullshit. Here's a map of your void ship. It consists of several parts between which you can travel. Okay. Toughness is his best stat. Fair. Who the hell are you?
I hear it here on the threshold of the blinded guide. Doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate, to die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn, and in the roaring blaze I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
I do. It's me. The entity in your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper. Its claws scrape against the walls of your mind, as if the presence trying to hide from the seer standing before you. Diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud.
Fair.
And you are Von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
The voice actress did a really good job with her.
Frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Ethelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Ethelthrad's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Agreed.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams, screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
I have a feeling that that's supposed to mean a lot, but I don't know enough about Warhammer to know anything about that.
What? You don't mean the engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks. Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
Not today!
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Bitch, you're the reason that we're still standing here. Quit your yapping and let's go. So, does she start at level 2, I guess? She does. Okay. What is this door? Fallen piece of debris that almost proved fatal to you. Without Edir's protection, you would have stumped them and died. Well, time to go. We got shit to do. All right. We will put you here. You. We're gonna get you right up on this motherfucker. And her, what does she do? I actually should have looked at what she actually does. I'm assuming this is like basically a wizard or a sorcerer of some kind. So she's a ranged character, so we will put her here. Start the battle. Below your level when they join you goes up to your XP value. They start above you, they stay above you. Yeah. Adir's abilities. Adir is a psyker and an operative. He's an operative. Okay. You study a point as yeah. Okay. I know how an operative works. And I also know how a psychic shriek deals 7 to 60 damage to the target. All right, we're gonna analyze you because you haven't gone yet. Lightning arc. He's up to 4 targets within a 3-cell radius, huh? Fuck yeah.
Anything is.
Yo, that's kind of awesome, actually. Oh. All right. That's 2 people down. Those caster attack physically to build up psychic powers. Interesting. Oh, is that how that works? Okay.
Rejoice in service.
Ah, motherfucker.
Hold on.
What did that do? We did it! He can move and then charge if it won't reach. Oh, okay. Creature in the chair appears to have become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. I hate that. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the 2 dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. The creature's eyes are shut, the 2 ordinary eyes as well as the 3rd one that sits in the center of its forehead. How fucked is spacebar? When its full psychers have a higher chance of exploding? Oh.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
What's wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Moving from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair, it is unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. To do what?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Okay. That seems like a different person talking all of a sudden.
It came from beyond. His body is not his.
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
I was just reading this silently. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his 3rd eyelid has turned from a trickle into a stream, mixed with the blood coming out of his nose, and there is purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Alright. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people.
God damn it.
I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidas, good luck. And thank you.
Alright. Well, That's not great. We're not looking too good here. All right. Is that... I was about to say, there's no way that that's all in combat a character may use. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's take a look at... So we have our sniper. There are times where I want to have a pistol over a sniper, though, right? And this is literally the exact same. I think that's fine. Is there anything else to be done in here? There's something to look at. Navigator Sanctum is the private haven of the ship's guide through the warp and the death trap for anyone left inside after translation into the... Okay. Time to go. And walks up in melee with you, then you can't shoot a two-handed gun, but walking away provokes attacks of opportunity. Yeah. Yeah. Door does not budge. Clots of viscous flesh have entangled the metal. Okay.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
All right, let's head over to the officer's deck then. It looks like that's the only place that we can go. That's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to be betrayed by... What the fuck? Edelbrad? What is his name? And for him to kill the lady. And then we become the rogue trader. And bullet in the back. Yep, there it is.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
Ah! Talk a lot of shit for a corpse.
Your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this butt.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Well done. The white-haired warrior tries to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I'm no traitor.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Sure, we'll do that.
Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation.
I'm so happy that he's like, we don't have time for this shit. I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I was like, okay, I want to ask this question because I feel like I'm not going to be able to later, but I also feel like we do not have time to ask this question.
Enough idle chatter. I am
All right.
where I must be, and that will suffice.
Let's get to the main hall.
Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
The Creed new for the coming, maybe something soon can be found on the officer's deck. Received a new, more efficient weapon for your character to upgrade your equipment. Open inventory. You can. Oh my. Did you know that you could equip weapons over other weapons? Why is this one better? Well-maintained sniper rifle. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You don't. You. I need no more explanation than that. Apparently. All projectile weapons have an increased 50% over penetration. What is over penetration? Most non-area range weapon attacks have a chance to cause overpenetration. When this happens, attack will also damage the creatures and objects behind. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Understood. Understood. Gotcha. Explosion blasts a hole through the door, large enough for a person to get through. Yep, and she did. Just hit a person behind your... Yeah. Oh, they're just standing here. All right, what is she? Burst fire. I mean, we could just do this, right? Just start the fight this way. Hell yeah. Put her here. Put you here. I will be here. Then Abelard right here in the middle. Yeah. Or just was worthy. I already used her abilities. I get it. Yep. Oh, I get to do it again. This man lived on like one health.
I serve the ruinous powers.
She has a high initiative, yeah. Oh, just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 here. We're gonna do this. Oh, I kind of hate that. But I guess it's fine. The fact that this man is still alive is very annoying. Ow! Full partial cover, full cover, Ingrid. Okay, I was curious about what the difference was between the skull and the regular. Chance to hit by 60% is 60 and 35. Okay, that's fine. You.
And so it shall be done.
This is probably a bad idea, right? Never mind! Everything's fine.
Chaos guides me.
Cuts off line of sight as well. Gotcha. Gives a debuff. Accuracy for 1 turn. Gotcha. Okay. And then we just cleave, right? We just cleave these two and they both die? Yeah. Goodbye, motherfucker. Ow. You missed.
Death to the weak.
Okay. Hmm. Nice. I'm actually very surprised that I was able to hit this guy. You. What does this do? Psychic Shriek. Okay, but it's single target.
Not this Scryer's job.
God damn it. No way you lived.
Chaos guides me.
Such is the will of chaos.
All right, so we got you right there. We got this one over here, and we got this guy over here. So if I do this, it's a 62%, also 62%, 95%. 5%. Hmm. Nice. Okay. That worked out well for me. We're gonna move Abelard here. Wait, why did he go that way? Whatever. I don't know why you went bam bam instead of just going straight up, but that's fine. Ah, get wrecked. You did nothing. Excuse me, woman?
I'm not so sure. That is not my destiny.
They'll automatically try to walk out of threatened areas if you tell them to move. Manually move them over one space at a time to walk through it instead. Oh. That's kind of gross and I hate it. I'm not gonna lie.
Your corrupt way has failed you.
Hadley tries to avoid walking into melee range unless it's the destination. Like, I kind of get it. But even still, I kind of hate it. Why did that bookshelf have... Wait, what did that book... What the fuck did that have in it? What are you? Hardnet. Uh-oh.
I need to look closer.
Wait, what did I just get? Multi-key. Lilu Dallas multi-key? On a tech use challenge? Oh, okay. Oops. What does it say? Because the seating area is completely destroyed, pieces of furniture, splinters are scattered everywhere, dark stains cover the floor and upholstery. Alright, you said that there was... On the line, sees a voice ship sits on the pedestal, labels indicate the main compartments and decks of the vessel. Okay. Said that there was a shotgun in here. Assuming that's this. Characters about to make a logic skill test. To dialogue and during exploration, you will often make various skill tests. Yeah, I know what a skill check. Yep. Obviously. Is there... I mean, up here, right? Wait. Oh, shit. Level up. Nice. Alright. Exposed weakness. The operative removes all exploits for the target, decreasing the target's dodge, parry, and armor. The start of the operative's next turn. Oh, okay. Nice. Next to the door you opened down there, there's another door that you need to open with a check. I did not see one. Doesn't mean... Alright, that's fine. He removes the winded effect until the end of combat. The soldier gains basic following bonuses. After the soldier kills 3 enemies, the kill counter is not reset between rounds. Alright, cool. Nice. Oh! I didn't... Okay. We did it.
The duty prevails. With each step, I forge my
Well,
destiny among the stars.
The computer next to the door? That was not... Oh, because we just opened the... We just turned the power back on, right? Now we have a shotgun. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to this computer because it was just like, you can look at this thing. You can't interact with it before, right? Let's do... We are going to call it here because it is now 9 o'clock. But this was fun. I had a lot of fun with this. So, rest of the week. Tomorrow, no stream as always. Friday, Saturday, we're going to be continuing the Loader Woader playthrough. We have the Inedible Access DLC. We got all the shopping done last week and not much else. And yeah, we're going to be continuing that this week on Friday and Saturday. Next Tuesday, we will be doing more. We will be hopefully finishing up the Rhyhorde solo run. I had to cut that early yesterday because I fell asleep multiple times on stream. And I needed a fucking nap before work. I was actually late to work because of how much I slept. I like needed that nap. And then yeah, 1 week from today we will be continuing this. Yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. Appreciate y'all as always. By the way, like the stream if you haven't liked it already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to it already. It would be very much appreciated if you could do those two things for me. Also, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! And thanks for watching. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do so by following, subscribing, joining the Discord, or maybe even checking out the Patreon or Throne links down below.